Hello, hello. Testing. Hi. So this is just gonna bring the mic a bit closer. Hello. So this is Michelle from Divine Intuition, and welcome to this weekly. Sorry, because I've been doing the monthly videos for the zodiac, so I forgot. Welcome to the weekly tarot readings. For the full moon in Leo. So we're in full moon in Leo right now. So just going to talk about a bit of the energies happening around and kind of getting familiar with ourselves and with everything around us and what the full moon has been doing to us. And yeah, I'm just going to pull a few cards out for you guys. This is more like a chill kind of session, chill reading. Whereas like the other readings are more like straightforward and go straight, like try to get through all the zodiac signs and just see what you guys have, what's in store for you guys for the month, right? So I've been doing all those readings. I still have to do four more readings for the month of February. So I just wrapped up with Virgo, I think. No, Capricorn. I wrapped up with Capricorn. And after that, I'm going to do Taurus after that, and then Gemini, and then Aquarius, and then Libra. So I'm going to work on that. So this is more like a slow pace. I kind of want to make these ones like a slow pace, more like, just like a hangout, just getting to know each other with everyone here in the chat. So it's more like a chill reading. So and just talk about things, my stories, and what I feel with the full moon and stuff like that. So surprisingly, this full moon has not been that impactful for me emotionally. Like this full moon actually has been quite empowering. Probably because of the full moon in Leo, right? So Leo's all about, right, kind of having a little bit of the spotlight on you, right? So kind of expressing yourself and kind of, showing, being more that extrovert, kind of portraying that fire element more, kind of, yeah, more in the spotlight. You're kind of like, so this is why I've been doing more of these readings lately, just so that I can, and it's the full moon. So the full moon, when I connect with the full moon, it's all about, receptivity, emotions, and it's an interesting blend with the full moon in Leo, because it's like a blend of Cancer and Leo together. So it's like there's like a harmony of like fire and water. So every time I feel it, it feels nice. Like I love when the full moon is on Leo. Like I feel so much like myself, and I feel like empowered, and I feel like, getting straight to business kind of situation. That's how it's been feeling for me for this week. Like I haven't had any delays in regards to like it usually it's a bit of a struggle for me to kind of push on forward to do things like this, and like I've done it before, but with everything that's happened in my life, it's quite a struggle to push forward. But with the full moon in Leo, it kind of empowers me. I don't know, it could be empowering you guys too. Could feel that Leo strength, personality, kind of stepping forward into with lots of energy and courage, right? Perhaps a strength that you didn't have before, you have the strength to do it now. So that's what I relate with to Leo, and kind of showing your power, empowering yourself, and the full moon has like that gentle energy. So it kind of feels like a gentle empowerment, like like powerful but gentle. It, so very like the blend of Cancer and Leo, So that's the feeling I get. So you may feel like that with the full moon, and there's more in-depth feelings of what it can be as well. But I'm just going to use the tarot cards to kind of portray that for the next 2 weeks. So this is more like based on the next 2 weeks. So like when I feel the feeling of the full moon, so the full moon, as I saw it outside, it's bright, it's beautiful, it's when I feel it, I kind of sense a feeling like kind of like that's the energy I feel with the full moon, like this feminine energy, this receptive energy, this serene energy. So I kind of channel that through me, and then with the Leo, with a little bit of the push of the fire, kind of like helps, the energy of I relate it to Cancerian energy because full moon, has that. They're connected, so it feels like that gentle energy gets to be pushed more with the help of the Leo energy. So the Leo kind of empowers kind of the energy of the full moon. So, all right, so let's start on the reading. So I am going to pull out the Witch's Tarot. So Witch's Tarot, like always, going to pull out some of the cards. Going to do the Psychic Tarot, the Tarot for the Heart. So the Tarot for the Heart is mostly the green one here, right? And Psychic Tarot is the purple one. And I also wanted to pull out some cards for the Enchanted map oracle cards. So I like these cards. I like giving like a little message at the end of the video to see what they have to say. And it's been a while, but I haven't pulled a card for this one. So I have this beautiful deck. I love this deck. It's called Work Your Light Oracle Cards. So I love the color. It's so soft. So like gentle, like soft pastel colors. And I think we need some soft pastel colors for the next 2 weeks. I felt like the previous weeks were like very strong, bold colors. That's how I can interpret my what I was going through for the past month. So it was very very strong, very empowering energy, and it was the Capricorn. It was in Capricorn season, so yeah, so that it can be quite harsh during that season if you're going through things at work, or if you're going through things regarding, I don't know, it could be business matters, or I don't know, entrepreneurship too. So it's the mask. Hi, the mask. This is a real live stream. So you're in the real live stream. So I'm going to just pull cards out for the next 2 weeks. So I just do all my readings live stream now because it's just faster that way, right? And I don't have time for it, so I have to just do it, just wing it, and just do all the live streams really quickly. But this one I like to take it slow. I like doing full moon readings because I can feel the energy of the full moon through me, and there's a serene energy, and whatever zodiac it's on, it kind of influences the reading for those 2 weeks too, or for during the live stream. So right now we're with Leo, right? So hello. Okay, so let's see. Let's just start with your reading for the next 2 weeks. So yeah, there was I felt like the energy was very bold for the previous weeks, or the previous month. Now it's time to have those soft, gentle colors coming our way now, because it's been so intense. So now we have a serene kind of feeling, I sensing for the next 2 weeks. So it's going to be more calmer water. So that's what I feel. So that's good. Yes, finally. Okay. All right, guys. So let's see. So this is for this reading is for February the 6th to February the 19th. So that's roughly 2 weeks from now. To see what's going on, what's going to happen to us. What are some solutions? What are some advice? All right, so we have the Four of Swords. We have the Lovers. That's good. We have the Magician. And the World. Oh my God, yes. Yes. This is awesome. So, yeah, of course we start with the Four of Swords, like, duh, of course. Like we start with the Four of Swords because like it's been quite rough. It's been quite a rough journey for like the previous weeks. The previous weeks have been rough. That's why there were strong, bold colors I sense, for the past month. But now we get to rest. Now we get to relax. We get to enjoy our day, our time. We get to heal. We get to recover, right? Because the Four of Swords, it's all about recovering. You're recovering from situations that were quite stressful, perhaps, right? Mentally exhausting, emotionally exhausting, right? So, yeah, the Four of Swords is an energy where like we're so drained, we're so exhausted that we need time to recover. So we can't really do much like activities, outdoor activities much, or push ourselves as much as we need to, because there's a level of recovery. There's like a level that we need to recover from certain situations that were quite stressful, right? So yeah, these next 2 weeks, it's going to be a period where you're going to be kind of required to rest, right? To recover, to isolate, or just stay at home, or just rest, right? Because there is like a lots of mental exhaustion, emotional exhaustion as well. But yeah, you're quite drained, guys. So take that time to kind of rest. Take the time to recover, right? Use that's why the swords are like about mental activity, mental stress, maybe perhaps mental worry, too much anxiety, right? So yeah, this is like it's telling you it's time to recover, to rest, put things aside, and recharge your battery. You have the Lovers card too. So the Lovers card, it's great. It's connection. It's romantic pursuits. It can be your spouse. It can be a relationship you're already in, or a potential relationship, right? So whichever it is, there is going to be connection, emotional connection. There, you're going to feel in the next 2 weeks that there is like love in the air. You're feeling love. You are feeling loved by someone, or you're giving that love to someone. So there is like romance. There is like karmic connections. There is like a spark. There is something that there is someone you're drawn to, and there is like this connection, right? Now, if you're not single, then it could be your spouse or your partner, where you are actually connecting, and kind of like the honeymoon stage is when you're kind of remembering why you guys are together in the first place. You're remembering why you have a connection with them in the first place. There's like a bond. So yeah, lovers is kind of reconnecting again with that person, and having like remembering your shared interest, remembering what brought you guys together in the first place, right? So what is it that brought you guys together? What is it that ignited the spark between each other? So that's what the Lovers is recognizing yourself in another person, perhaps, right? Or recognizing some sort of connection with this person that is actually should be taken serious. Now, if it's not regarding a partner, if it's not regarding a spouse, and it's like a potential love interest, then yeah, try to make it grow. Try to see what is this connection that you have with this person, and how can you make it grow, and how can you nurture it and keep feeding on it, right? Because it's there's potential, right? You have the angel of love there, kind of embracing, giving the blessing to these two couples to be together, right? So it's a karmic relationship, or it's a twin flame, or it's somebody you just have a strong connection with, maybe in a past life. So yeah, there is potential for love for the next 2 weeks. There is connection. And, if it's not regarding a potential partner, like I said, it could be your spouse or your partner already who you're with. There's going to be like a honeymoon stage, or rekindlement, and just remembering the connections you guys once had a while ago and kind of resurrecting it or reliving it or reconnecting again, right? So you have the lover's energy here, right? So, okay, and we have the magician. So the magician is about kind of finally making your dreams come into reality. So it's like finally making things, manifesting it, finally taking action on things, right? So the magician here, he has all the tools available. He has the cup, he has the sword, he has the pentacle, he has the wands. So he has all 4 elements in his possession. So he can use those 4 elements for his own gain, or to create something, or to help out, to portray, to create something that can be very beneficial for him or for others, right? So here he is. He has the infinity sign up there, right? Meaning he has the wisdom and the knowledge and ability to put these elements together and create what he wants to create. So yeah, the magician is about making things tangible, making them come into reality, creating them like come to fruition, right? Maybe things have been on the table for way too long and you haven't done anything, right? Maybe they're just there laying on the table, and you haven't really grabbed the tools in order to create those things that you can create, that you can manifest and make it happen, right? Because you have that wand and you have that wisdom, or you have that knowledge, right? Whichever it is, you can create a lot of things. So the magician is a person that has all the tools available and can use it whenever they want to in order to manifest what they want to create. So if there are certain projects that you've been delaying, it's on your mind, you haven't been doing much to make it happen, these 2 weeks are about making it happen. So you have the Leo energy there, right? For the full moon in Leo, you have that as a tool to kind of push yourself and like use that drive and that fire to push on forward to make it happen. So you have it, you have that ability to make it happen. And with that Leo energy, you'll be able to do it, you'll be able to achieve it, right? So things can be up in the air, up in your head, brainstorming all these clouds, all these ideas, right? You've been envisioning something for a while, you've been planning something for a while, but you haven't taken the action, right? And the magician says and promises that you're going to start to take action within the 2 weeks, and you're finally going to be able to see it become tangible, what you've been contemplating, what you've been brainstorming. I see like a blueprint of something that you're trying to create. You're going to make it happen. I feel like you just need that push, I think. Or, sometimes the energies around us help us, like the full moon in Leo can help us, right? Okay, so the other card we have here is the world, right? We have the world. So the world is, oh my goodness, it's completion, it's wholeness. The world is such a great card to get. This is a great card to get when it comes to your career or achievements or even relationships. It's just great on so many levels. The world is kind of like the end of a journey, the completion of something, right? The Fool is the beginning of a journey, the beginning of a chapter. The world is more like the end of a chapter. So something that you've been working really hard on, maybe that's been for a long time now, maybe 10 years or so, or it can be 5 years, whichever. There's a level of kind of finally reaching your goal. There's a level of completion with the world. Things are coming to an end in a good way. So there's like a feeling of finally seeing your dreams being manifested. So it's your dreams coming true in a sense, and finally being there in your wholeness and completion of your journey. So you're feeling like that success, right? The achievement of something that's been a long journey, but it's finally coming, like it's concluding it. It's, you're kind of there now, right? You're arriving there. So that's what the world is. The world is kind of finally arriving to your wholeness, to your completion, right? And the world has so much significance to many other things, like for example, it can relate to ascension, having like, or like moving on, ascending from the earth, things like that. Like at any level, like it represents elevation, completing something, completing a journey here on earth, and finally ascending. That can be also, but that's a bit more in depth. When I relate it to the next 2 weeks, it's small things like projects or career advancements, maybe finally moving forward to a career that you've dreamed to, as a long time you've been working on it, or a job or a business. Finally, your business is being well known. There's recognition, maybe worldwide, right? It is the world. So there's something that finally is kickstarting. Maybe something finally got viral. Right? Something that you're just like working hard and suddenly it's kickstarting and it's moving forward very quick, right? So the world is about that. It's not only could reach worldwide, but it's like you're achieving something, you're flowing, it's flowing. So the world is that. And if it's regarding relationships, what I can relate in how I related to relationships is compatibility. The world card is a perfect energy for compatibility, because since we are talking about, the lovers here, so this is the lovers, right? There is there is compatibility, there's connection, there's a lot of connection. The world is like the best card to get, to have a soulmate, to have compatibility, So there may be more to this relationship than you thought it was. There may be more meaning to this relationship than you perhaps never would have thought of, perhaps. So, yeah, give this relationship a chance. Whichever connection that you're feeling, give it a chance. The world is about, the world is promising, real connection, real compatibility. So there is something about this person that you should push forward, because you won't be disappointed, because you have the world here and this complete connection, complete wholeness, kind of like a feeling of one, right? Be feeling one with the person, right? So that's what it is, right? Now, the world card is also suggesting that whatever you're manifesting, whatever you want to create with the magician, when you're, swinging that wand and bringing forward all the elements, all the tools that you have there, and actually making it happen, making it tangible, the things you've been contemplating for a while, there will be success. The world is an energy of success. It's like, wow, finally seeing that come alive, that finally seeing that become successful, seeing it finally, become tangible. The world is that promise of success. The world is the energy of completion, right? So it is quite a good energy for the next 2 weeks. So there is promises. So take advantage. Anything that you've been contemplating, that you've been kind of lacking in pushing yourself forward, I highly suggest push yourself forward with this and make it happen, because it is going to feel quite great. And the next 2 weeks, there's just going to be such a nice feeling of wholeness and completion with what you're doing, or with who you're interacting with, right? So yeah, quite exciting, this full moon in Leo energy. But yeah, this is all going to happen once you recover, once you kind of step back and recharge yourself, right? And recover mentally, emotionally, everything, physically. Then these 3 things will come right after, right? Especially this one. there's something's going to happen that's going to be quite exciting for you. Kind of like a feeling of wholeness. But so far, in relation to love, in relation to whatever you're creating, it promises success. Okay, so that was the Witch's Tarot. So I'm gonna take a few cards now. It's like a tarot for the heart. So let's see. So this is the green one. Okay, so we have seek the truth. Seek the truth. What I feel with seek the truth is it's time to get the core root of a situation. Time to really figure out, the truth of things that are really hard to grasp between someone else or when you're dealing with people or when you're dealing with a situation. It is advising you to be cautious of those people around you because not many of them have your best interest, right? So you have to be kind of careful with people around you. Kind of try to seek the truth of their intention, seek the truth of a situation, right? So sometimes it's hard to see. Sometimes you see there's like two people here, and it's like you don't know who to believe, there's conflicting messages here between back and forth. So it's up to you now to kind of get to the root core of the truth of a situation to kind of figure out, what's the truth and what's the lie. So yeah, this is, I think, the Seven of Swords. So this is resolving conflicts, resolving situations, and trying to see the truth of the situation, really kind of using your intuition to really figure out what's going on and who's telling who and who's lying and who is not, who is genuine and who is not, and who has like bad intentions, right? So it's like it's time to get to the root of the situation because there is certain misguidance, I feel, and so, or not having the best intention, I feel. So be mindful who you tell your secrets to. Be mindful who you talk to about certain things that are very vulnerable for you. Be mindful who you communicate with. Just be mindful, right? Because not everybody has your best intentions. Some people just, want to gain for themselves, right? And so because they want to gain for themselves, you can't really be 100% honest with them or be an open book to them, right? So be careful who you communicate, be careful who you talk to. Try to get the core, try to really see who they are or who you're dealing with when it comes to workplaces, when it comes to business partnerships, when it comes to even friendships or relationships, right? But in this case, romantic relationships, they're fine. It's just that, there is some deception, and it could be coming from the workplace. So, but it's never easy to go through that because, like, like me, for example, I'm pretty naive. I tend to trust everyone, but that's not good, right? Because in the end, they get back at you, or they do something to you, right? So it's like, yeah. But I kind of learned the hard way, and my intuition kind of developed even more throughout the years. Yeah, I was pretty naive when I was like younger, and I kind of learned the hard way, and then I kind of learned, and I kind of understood, and I kind of kind of saw behind people's masks. So I kind of like, yeah. So this, like I said, not everybody has the best intentions, right? Yeah, because a lot of people wear masks. And it's hard to really kind of see what they're really intending. They could be lying. They could be, just playing a game or just acting so they still get what they want. So I've learned to develop, my intuition and not trust everyone. And I always kind of see who they are. I kind of can see through them. when I look straight into their eyes, I can see their soul. I can see who they are. It's like I have this thing, like I look intensely into people's eyes and people get like intimidated, and I'm just like, I'm sorry, I'm just very intense when I look at people's eyes. But because I kind of see through them, like it's like I go like I kind of like I can see them. So they can't fool me. Like I know the type of person they are, or like I can sense it from before, that I can sense their energy even before I interact with them. So because it comes from experience, from dealing with people, like dealing with people that have like backstabbed me or have been deceptive. And yeah, it's kind of like an ability, like a subtle movement. I don't know if like, because I even the most subtlest person, I can catch them. And I think it's an ability I have from a past life, because I keep getting the card of Neptune, where you see like Triton there in the card, and the past life the Cosmo cards. I keep getting that card, like the Neptune Triton card. And like, I think that gives me the energy of like Atlantean time or Lemurian. I think more Atlantean time. And they're like mermaid kind of feel, or like kind of water world. So because I feel like I was like in a water world in a past life, and because of that, the water, you sense all the vibrations of the water. If like threat is coming in, you sense it coming in, right? And like you feel everything is so settled inside the water. You feel the water, you feel the movements, you feel the waves. So every tiny thing, and you feel it, right? And so any kind of threat, you feel it like a vibration, like a wave, right? And that's kind of like in a water world, right? So I felt like, because I had a past life in a water world with that kind of energy, with that like a Neptune energy or like Atlantean energy, I don't know. Every subtle movement I catch and I see, and I can see the person and their mask and what's behind their intention, right? So it's like very intuitive, very psychic, very sensitive, right? Because it's something to do with Neptune or planet Neptune or water world, wherever I was in a past life, or mermaid, whatever I was. And so that's why it's not difficult for me to sense like deception. Like, yeah, a person won't believe it, like, but they're deceptive. Even if a family member can be deceptive, and I can sense that, and they won't believe me, but they get away with things. So in the end, I'm looked bad for it. So yeah, I learned to just stay quiet and like just see and be the observer, and just reveal themselves more and more. And I'm like, yeah, I knew you're like that. Yeah, I knew you're like that. I knew they were fake. I knew that. So it's like I learned to just step back and just observe and just let how it slowly keeps revealing to me the truth. So and yeah, it's just, and then I know, okay, stay away from that person, or don't interact, don't give yourself, don't tell your secrets to them. All these things. So you're gonna really need to be very subtle, very sensitive, and intuitive, in order to catch them, in order to see who they are, in order to really see behind the mask, right? So yeah, that deals with everyone in the workplace and your family members, friends. Even sometimes friends are like that, and you can't really trust them, right? Sometimes people sometimes that you think would never do that, sometimes are the ones who actually do that. So you have also the root chakra, base chakra. So this is the color red, and this is all about survival. Yeah, root chakra is all about survival. Kind of like being blocked, So there's something about your root chakra that you need to heal and get to the root of it, because this has been quite a burden on you for quite a while now. There's something in your root chakra that is just not preventing you to stay stable, perhaps. That probably comes from a past life, not a past life, probably comes, well, maybe a past life, but it comes from your childhood, I feel. Trauma or a situation or something emotional coming from a mother figure, maybe, that could have probably harmed that chakra. And it's really difficult to stay kind of grounded and rooted, right? So this is the challenge I see for the 2 weeks coming, right? So we have our good cards and we have our challenging cards, right? So this is kind of like the challenge, right? And it could also mean that certain foundations that you've built are a little bit not crumbling, but are a little bit shaky. So there is a bit of a sense of survival, like keeping it stable, keeping it solid. There is a little bit of a risk the next 2 weeks, right? There's a little bit of risk. And this makes sense because in the zodiac signs that I've been doing for everyone, a lot of them got the 5 of Pentacles, right? So there's a little bit of a financial struggle happening. There's a little bit of financial material changes. So like there is a feeling of worry in regards to stability and survival and your roots being a little bit shaken. So that's the only issue I find. But there's a lot of solutions to resolve the situation. So getting certain crystals will help. So red jasper. There's a lot of crystals that you can get for the root. Let's take a look at some of them. So crystals. And you can work with these crystals to help ground you, to help stabilize you. I always try to use these crystals to help root myself and keep me stable, because I do have that wound, I think, or underactive chakra. Oh, I can't share the screen, but I'll let you guys know which crystals they are. There's a lot of crystals you can use for each chakra. Okay, why not use this one? Okay. Yeah. Okay, so these are, black tourmaline too. Cool. Yeah, because I use black tourmaline a lot too. Smoky quartz, red jasper. Oh, there's a red tiger's eye. I didn't know that. I didn't know there was a red one, a red tiger's eye. Obsidian. I can't tell what the other one is, and the black tourmaline. There's another one, but I can't really read it from there. But those crystals are great for rooting, for root chakras. So yeah, so smoky quartz, red jasper. I use red jasper a lot. Red tiger's eye, black tourmaline, and obsidian. Perfect for root. So for grounding. Okay, so yeah, use those crystals, work on it, meditate on it, place it on your root chakra, activate it with the generator, and activate it, turn it like a clockwise 9 times on your root, right? Make sure you charge your generator and you cleanse it and you charge it. So you cleanse it with the sage or Palo Santo, right? And you cleanse it and then you reprogram it with the sage and turn it like clockwise like 9 times with the sage on the crystal, like that. And as you're doing it, you program it. Crystals are like a computer, so you are programming the information there. You're reprogramming. You're adding a new software to the crystal. So you do that, and then you tell the crystal, okay, I want this crystal to be focused on rooting myself and grounding myself, or grounding my business or my foundation, whatever I'm doing, right? And then after that, you place it on yourself because you're connected to that. So it's in your whatever you're creating is your extension. Put it there, place it there, and then with a generator, with a crystal. By the way, generators have 6 faces, not 5. So I think I mentioned it in my other video that it was like 5 faces, but it's 6 faces. It has a point with 6 faces, and then just place that crystal there on your root chakra and like circle it like 6 times, no, 9 times, and that will activate it. Do it every night before you go to bed, and like just have the intention of like rooting yourself. You're very rooted, you're grounded, and your foundations are solid, your business is solid, your financial income is solid, your home is stable. So that's what I would suggest, because there is kind of there's a little bit of weakness happening there, so we want to strengthen it again. So use those chakras to use those crystals to activate your root chakra again, so it strengthens up again. Okay. So that's my advice. Also, if you would like, while you do that, while you lay down and while you have that crystal there, put like a music in the background. There's a bunch of these musics. Just put root chakra activation on YouTube, right? And you place it there, and they're like these meditation videos or music videos, and they last for like an hour or 2. Some of them are even 3 hours. You just leave it playing. You can leave it playing the whole day if you want. If you feel very unstable, let the root chakra like take over the whole house, or all your whole energy to be emanating. So and just leave it playing, or leave it playing while you're doing that to your root chakra, and you'll see how things will feel much better. Okay, so now you have the daydreams and decisions. So daydreams and decisions are about, I think this is the 7 of Cups. Yeah, like I said, there's so many options. You're brainstorming a lot of things, a lot of ideas, and I'm really relating this to this card, right? Having a lot of ideas, a lot of brainstorms, putting a lot of, setting a blueprint, but not yet making it tangible and making it a reality. And this is what I was saying, is that the Magician is about telling you that in the next 2 weeks, you're finally going to make those daydreams and your decisions into reality. Like you're taking action finally on them. So things that you've been contemplating, things that you've been brainstorming, you've been daydreaming, right? Castles in the sky. Finally, you're kind of like, all right, that's enough castles in the skies. That's enough daydream. That's enough contemplating on decisions. Time to take action. Let's do this. Let's do this, right? Grab all the tools on the table and make it happen finally, right? So you are going to start making it happen, and you are going to start bringing all the tools forward that you have that's been there for a while, and you're going to make it happen, right? So this is why I mean, like, daydreams, right? And decisions. And you're kind of going to finally make a decision, and you're going to start finalizing things and bringing them forward and making them happen. Because I think you brainstormed enough. And if it's regarding relationships, perhaps decisions on relationships, finally you're kind of making a decision and taking action on it, let's just say, right? So yeah, there's the daydreams and decisions are there. They're enhancing, but you're also going to be kind of making it happen. Like, okay, I'm going to make this work. I'm going to make this happen kind of feeling, right? Because you have been there kind of meditating, contemplating on it, seeing the visions of it, and it's something very pure, it's very genuine, the intentions and the visions that you have. So I feel like you're gonna make it happen, okay, this week. So yeah, so that was let's see how I have more time to pull more cards. So yes, so let's take more cards. I'm going to put these away. deck cards. Okay, let's take 3 cards from this one, the Psychic Tarot. Let's take 2. Oh my gosh, the root chakra came out again. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you're gonna really need to work on it. Really need to work on the root chakra, guys. Okay, so you have material harvest. So, like, even though there are certain things that are worrisome in terms of foundations, you have a lot of things that you need, or like you're quite satisfied and you have everything you need already. Like you're very well off. You have you have your comforts, your material comforts. You have what you need. Like you're not in lack. Like you have it, and you're gaining more out of things, right? And you're kind of harvesting everything you worked hard on things already, and you're already like harvesting what you've done, right? You're not in a bad state. I mean, like you're actually very well off, right? And you have like material harvest, and you're harvesting it actually because there's a lot that you have, right? It's just that there's a wound. I feel there's something that you need to heal, and like I said, it's a root chakra because you got the root chakra again. So the troubles you're having have something to do with a wound and a trauma, or something in the past, like you say, past life, something in the past life, or something in your childhood or in early life, and it just needs to be taken a look at. You have to take a look at this, and like I thought those exercises that I mentioned to you should help out. So make sure you work. Get a big crystal to work on it, because it's a very, since with 2 cards came out, so it's a very heavy, and be consistent with it a lot, because since it's a very heavy, this energy, it needs a lot of healing, a lot of attention, I feel. Right, it just needs your attention now, and it needs to really go. You really need to work on it, do something, maybe go see a holistic healer. Like that's how severe it can be. It's really calling for your attention. Really call somebody, like a holistic therapist, or a Reiki practitioner. Go to a Reiki practitioner to work on that. Go see someone who can do that and heal you, or do those exercises I mentioned for yourself, right? But also on the side, go see somebody like holistic to help you out, to double it, to make it enhance, right? To really heal, because it's really calling your attention. It's really serious, the wound that you have in regards to that. I have it too. Like the visions I get, because this is interesting because it relates to me too with the root chakra. The visions I get in regards to my root chakra is like when I went downstairs a couple of days ago, when I was having some problems with my foundation. I went downstairs and I saw the mirror, and I saw a crack in the mirror, and the crack, like a shattered, like the mirror was shattered, and it was shattered on my legs. Like it was shattered on where my root chakra was. Well, root chakra is not in your legs, but it's like, it was like telling me your firm feet is a bit broken. The roots can't reach to the ground yet. There's a crack. There's a shatter there. So yeah, this is what's happening. It was strange. It just felt very impactful when I saw that. I went down and I just looked at it, and I just like, and I just like in the mirror, and I just see like the crack there. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, this is scary. So that is what it could be too. So yeah, it's really telling you to go see help on that, and do those exercises on your own in the meantime as well. So we have emotional withdrawal. Like I said, because we related to the 4 of Swords, right? The 4 of Swords is about recharging yourself, stepping back, healing. The the emotional withdrawal also is suggesting that. It's suggesting, you want some time for yourself, some time for your space for yourself to go internal, reflect, meditate, right? So yeah, something emotionally you have to heal, right? It's the Eight of Cups as well. So the Eight of Cups is like letting go of something that no longer serves you, kind of withdrawing it, kind of moving forward, leaving those cups aside, kind of having that emotional withdrawal within yourself and pushing those things that you've outgrown behind, right? And kind of getting to the root of the issue. So that's what I see for the emotional withdrawal. It's pretty similar energy from the Four of Swords, except it's more like rebalancing your emotions, really getting, really meditating, really getting deep inside of yourself and figuring things out. And that could be related to this too, the root chakra, right? It could be related to that and trying to get to the core of it, maybe emotionally as well, so to see your emotional situations, why they happen like that, right? So, okay, so let's see. All right, so that's it for the readings. Now I'm just going to pull some cards for you guys. For, what were they? The Enchanted Map. So I'm going to read. So these ones I'm just going to read. So that was the reading for everyone for the next 2 weeks. So aside from that, those are the challenges like the root chakra, emotional withdrawal, healing, recharging yourself, making sure you don't deal with deceptive people. Don't be open to deceptive people. Don't be open to everyone. Don't allow yourself to be vulnerable to people that you don't fully know. Try to develop your intuition. Try to be more receptive and more sensitive to everyone's energy to really kind of get the core truth of the situation. So those are the challenges. And hopefully I provided the solutions for you guys. Now, the good things that are coming, like I said, there is finally a level of completion, a level of success that is coming forward, whether in relationships, whether in your career, whether in your jobs, whether in your business or project. Something's kicking off now. Perhaps something's going viral. Perhaps finally you've completed a journey that you've been working so hard on, or probably you got finally that promotion, or something's just feeling whole and complete from after so hard working on it, or a relationship that feels compatible, a connection, because you do have the Lover's card as well, and finally feeling that compatible energy, that love and connection, whether from a potential love interest or from your spouse or partner, right? That's your rekindlement, reconnecting everything again, right? So there are blessings also, right? And finally making your dreams come true, things, daydreams and decisions that you were contemplating are finally being manifested. You're finally making it happen, right? And that's why you're starting to feel the world energy, though, the feeling of feeling whole and completed with what you were creating, right? With what you were contemplating for a while that you wanted to create for, quite some time now. So those are the great messages that I see for the next 2 weeks for you guys, for this full moon in Leo, right? Things are going to be very gentle, but at the same time, there's going to be kind of a strength and will, a strong will, a strong strength and courage to do the things you need to do, with gentle care and decisions, or with gentle care and guidance, right? So it's a mix of fire and water, a mix of like strength and power, but with gentle essence, right? That's what I feel for the 2 weeks for the full moon in Leo. Okay, now let's take a card from the Enchanted Oracle cards, the Enchanted Map Oracle cards. So I'll take a card from there and I'll read it off. Okay. Let's see. The Wishing Well. Oh, look at that. Commitment too. Oh, I'm going to read this too. Commitment. And we got the Lover's card too, right? So in the world. So I'll read this one. This is such a nice card. Look at that commitment. How that hand is reaching out to her and how she's holding on to that hand. It's beautiful. Okay, so, but the first card I got, and I'm going to read this one first, is the Wishing Well. Okay, so let's find this message. Okay, it says the Wishing Well. So, desire is the sacred impulse for life. Feel it, but let it go. Feel it, but let go of all attachment to ownership. So, this is what it means. Upright. Desire is the most important impulse for creating life. Now you're seeing the relationship between desire and inspiration. And sensing that moment of truth when you feel the inception of new life. It is an aha moment when everything makes sense. Perhaps you recognize a soulmate or are conceiving a baby or an idea. The Wishing Well card awakens you to the presence of unseen forces that enable new beginnings. Divine intelligence activates the field of possibilities where new life is co-created in a magical way. Neither you nor anyone else can know how or why this happens. It just does. To the end, you can't control the process of growth. Rather, you must step aside to be a channel for higher forces and relinquish any attachment to how this new creation should appear or when. Form your intention and take action by dropping the coin into the wishing well. Then trust in spirit. Prepare to be amazed. So, this is what I got. It was so. Yeah, so that's the message I get. Just try to relate it to. It's more like just reading and then whatever resonates with you. You can relate it to yourself. I feel like it's kind of like telling me. Well, it's the feeling I get for this is like kind of losing control of a situation, like allowing yourself to not have control of it. Just kind of like I said, it's a wishing well, so you drop the coin and let things kind of take place. Just throw your wish and then just let things flow and manifest the way that it needs to. Yeah, because you can't really control the process of growth, right? Everything it's in nature, it's it's in its natural state, right? And yeah, so just allow the higher forces to take control of the situation, to take control of whichever that you are desiring, right? Because there is desire, there is a sense of desire here. Yeah, lose the attachment of ownership as well. Yeah, it's really giving me the feeling of no control, like try not to control the situation. Just allow it to, have flow naturally as it should, even if there's connections with soulmates, right? And connections with other people, allow it to flow naturally. Even if it's your spouse, allow it to flow naturally. Yeah, because there is a divine intelligence, right? And you just have to trust in spirit and how everything flows. So that's the message I get for this. It's just kind of the feeling of trust. Like send that message to the universe, set the intention, light a candle, and write it on a paper and set the intention of what you want, and then the rest, the divine forces will take care of it. You can't really control it. You can't control the outcome. You can't control how it progresses. You just have to sit and watch or take action on things, but also allow the divine forces to do all the work as well and see it how it takes place, right? Because they know how to make things happen, whether it regarding everything that you have, all your desires that you want to make happen. You just have to put that coin in the wishing well and then just allow the magic of it take place. And that's all you can do. You can't really control it, right? So that's what I feel with the wishing well. That's a nice message. So I want to read this one too, because I saw this one and this is really nice. It's called Commitment. So I'm going to read this one too. This one's commitment. Commitment. A true commitment is a responsibility of the heart, mind, body, and soul. This is a good time to make one. Upright. Partnerships formed at this time are harmonious and powerful. The commitment card also indicates the natural evolution of a relationship from its inception to a literal or metaphorical marriage. At the very least, there is a promise of fulfillment in some form. However, you must be conscious of what you're committing to. Be clear about the nature of your commitment and your responsibility to it. Others are more willing to enter into partnerships at this time. Remember that your partnership with spirit and the highest version of your own self will engage the highest self in another. Yeah, so there is potential for partnerships happening here. Be mindful who you are committing to. It is a time of commitment and finalizing perhaps the decisions and commitment. Just becoming aware of what you may be committing to and the responsibility that comes with committing, right? So be mindful, have that maturity, kind of level of maturity to be able to kind of make those final decisions, right? It's that's why I see the Lovers card and I see the World card a lot, because it's connecting. It's kind of like the conclusion of a chapter. It's time to kind of like finalize certain things, right? And there is more connection here, partnerships, right? Yeah, and allow things to take form naturally. Like if it is just a relationship being formed, then allow it to flow naturally. How it like from its inception to finally taking form. Yeah, the beauty of how that flows, the beauty of nature, the beauty of how everything progresses like that so naturally. So that's the message, is allow things to flow naturally, right? So yeah, that's the two messages for these two cards. For the Enchanted Map Oracle card. I also saw the word spark, so yeah, so lots of blessings there when it comes to love. Now the last card I'm going to take out, and I should wrap it up for tonight, is Work Your Light. So Work Your Light Oracle cards from Rebecca Campbell. I like these cards. They're so nice. So this is like soft colors. Like I feel like there's going to be like, it's going to feel more gentle, soft the next 2 weeks. So that's good. That's why we should take some cards for this one. Let's take one card and then I'll just read it. For this 2 weeks, what does Spirit have to say? What messages spirits want us to know for the next 2 weeks? Let's see. Ooh, this is a good one. What a pretty card. Oh, this is good. birthing a new age. What? This is amazing. What a great message. Totally. So, yeah, it's birthing a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. So that could be the messages of, the daydreams and contemplations that you have been having in your mind, finally kind of making it happen. And a lot of the things you want to create are like things that it's very Aquarian energy, like trying to like help, make a new world, build a new world, or build on something that can bring forth like maybe something that will help people or help society or help audiences or like even help yourself or or help a community, whichever it is. But it's a very kind of new age kind of feeling. So yeah, it is like you're birthing a new age. So you're birthing something that is more helpful for people, for humanity, perhaps, right? It's very Aquarian energy. So I can relate this a lot to myself too, having ideas and wanting to create things that can help society, can help people, right? Because because we're all seeds, and as seeds, we're all going to help birth a new age, right? We're all birthing new creations, right? So I'm going to read a little bit about this card. One of form. See. Okay. All right, let's read this one. So this one says, birthing a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. Often our path is exactly the one that we don't feel prepared to walk. Walk it anyway. Walk it anyway. Often what is rising feels far bigger than we could possibly hold. Be a container for it anyway. Often our creations seem to have a wild, uncontrollable consciousness of their own. Birth them anyway. Often what is ours to do is the very thing that most intimidates us. Be courageous and do it anyway. We are birthing a new age. Right now, we're in a transition period between ages, in the process of allowing the old cycle to fall away and the new to rise. Like driving in the fog and trusting the road will appear ahead. We need to release old identities and ways that no longer serve us, using our intuition as a compass. You are part of a group of souls who have been incarnating at significant periods of history, preparing for the exact time, dreaming a new world into being. Magdalene sisters, daughters of Isis, Essens, Essenes, priestesses, witches, mystics, healers, seers, artists, midwives, visionaries, guardians of the earth, and storytellers from times past. It is time to give permission and space for what is beckoning within to be born. We are dreaming a new world into being. So, wow, what a great message. I mean, all the light workers, everybody who's like in service for the new age, a new world, like this is very spiritual community kind of vibe. Like yeah, it's kind of calling upon everyone and being like, it's time, like everybody, like that you guys are, it's time to create what you want to create. It's time to build it. We are here in the new age, we are in the Aquarian age, so it's time to create everything. So it's like, yeah, all the mystics, the priestesses, the healers, the witches, everyone, like even daughters of Isis, the guardians of the earth, the storytellers of time past, like all of them, everybody that's around, like that does this, is like, yeah, do it, keep going, because we're birthing a new age. It's time to birth it, and we're in that phase of coming to completion to it, like kind of like making it happen now, making it manifest, all those dreams to birth this new age. So it's quite a beautiful message. So this is like a little mantra or chant that you can do with this card. It says here, work your light activation. Hold the card on your heart and say, I am open to surrendering to the creations that are wanting to be birthed through me. May I be of service in a way that delights my mind, body, and soul. Please use me, lead me. Please show me the way. So that's a good message for the card. So yeah, so here it is. Here's a beautiful, take it in, take that energy in, make it happen now these next 2 weeks. Because you're part of it. You're part of the community, you're part of the group, you're part of this love. You're here for a reason, and you're making it happen in the next 2 weeks. So take that energy in. Okay? All right, and that's all for today. Hello, George Green Shields. Yeah, so that's all for the readings. I hope you guys enjoyed this weekly reading, bi-weekly reading for this full moon in Leo. So lots of important messages were given, and lots of solutions as well as certain challenges that are happening, but to be aware of them, because we need to be aware of these challenges in order to solve them, right? So I hope you guys follow those exercises I mentioned as well. And what great time to be in love as well, seeing that there's a lot of cards of love and commitment and dreams and wishing on your dreams coming true, right? So allowing the universe to kind of flow through it and make it happen for you. Right? And to conclude, we have the beautiful card, Birthing a New Age. So the messages of birthing a new age, right? All right, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this weekly tarot reading. If you like this video, please make sure to like the video, subscribe to my channel, share the video, leave a comment below. And if you would like to donate on this channel and whatever I do here, the link is below under description, or you can click there. And if you'd like to help out, you can donate there too. Okay? All right, guys. Have a beautiful night, and I'll see you guys again in my next live stream. Okay? And I think tomorrow I'll be able to do the last four zodiac signs left for the monthly reading for February of 2023. So either tomorrow or the next day, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be tomorrow. Okay? So have a good one, guys. Bye.